At this time, I want to call up a few individuals to help me celebrate the career of an individual who has been enormously important to our school and to a great many of our alumni. So could I please call up Jay Crawford, class of 57, Bruce Bennett, 57, and Sam Chu, class of 60. Gentlemen, please come up. And could you please escort Meg Hollinger with you and bring her up onto the stage here. Let me So Meg Hollinger first came to Episcopal in 1971 for a brief time in an administrative role, at which time she met her husband, Chip Hollinger. Meg returned in 1991 as the Director of Development and started to build our development program. She also started to build relationships with a number of alumni who would later play a major role in our move to this campus and our Ever Episcopal campaign. During Meg's tenure, the Advocate Council, the 1785 Bowl, regional alumni boards, and reunion weekend were initiated. Meg was actively involved in our strategic planning at the turn of the century, and she was an early advocate for finding a new home for Episcopal. Meg and Mike Shevlin, who is with us also today, helped us to raise nearly $20 million in a month's time through bringing prospects out to this property, having picnics, cajoling, flattering, and dreaming about what could be. For Meg, hearing a prospect say no simply meant, not yet. Meg was so successful with a number of our old guard that she was named an honorary member of the class of 1940, George Neal's class, and the class of 1944, some of whom are with us today, who were responsible for building this spectacular chapel. This past fall, the Alumni Board of Managers honored Meg with the 2011 Distinguished Service Award. Meg retired from Episcopal this year, but she has left an indelible mark on this institution. To fill you in a bit more on Meg's career, I've asked these three gentlemen to share a few remarks. The man who brought Meg to Episcopal, Mr. Jay Crawford.
Meg Hollinger is talent-laden. She was an actress, she was a director, she was a producer, and then she decided to abandon the world of the theater and come into the field of education. What she brought specifically to Episcopal were two dimensions that we had in small measure. The first was the ability to build lasting relationships. Not relationships for the annual giving campaign, 3-month drive, not relationships for the most recent capital campaign, but ongoing relationships which depended upon and relied upon of an institutional friendship with the people that she drew and sustained here at Episcopal. The second was an absolute and unwavering devotion to Episcopal's future. As Ham said, she was an early proponent of looking for land to move west, and she was doggedly determined to trailer me and several of the rest of the administration here through acre after acre after acre west of Marion until we found something that you now see in front of us. Now, you all are going to be an audience for a great risk that I'm about to take. Meg has always told me that I have a wonderful baritone voice. She and you may be paying the price for that comment. But please don't talk to one another, but this is just between Meg and me. When an irresistible force such as yours met an old immovable object like me, I could bet as sure as I live, something had to give, something had to give, something had to give. When an irrepressible smile such as yours warmed those old implacable hearts such as ours, we can't say no because you insist. Somehow, someway, we'll increase our gifts. So on guard, who knows what tonight has in store from your vast, mysterious charm. It'll be hard ignoring those pleas heard before, and how long can anyone try? Fight, 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 fight with all of your might. But this heavenly star-spangled night, we know now as sure as we live, with you shining bright, we all love to give.
Why am I next? Meg never told me I had a great singing voice, but she did bring me back to the school because I wrote poetry. And I had to check to find, but in 1994, I got a call from Meg. Would I write a poem for the annual report, the financial report? And I didn't think I could do such a thing. In fact, I didn't think anybody could do such a thing. But I tried. And I found the document itself, 1994-95 financial report. It's only a 5-line poem, and it's called Continuity. And people have been speaking about teachers. I always felt I owed everything to the teachers I had here, and they gave so much, so that was the theme of this poem. For those who gave, who held us to our best and asked the most of us, who made us strive till we were strong and equal to the test our life imposed, who cared, who helped us thrive, let us too give to keep their gift alive. I don't know whether that worked, but I was glad to know that I could do that. And Meg called on me a couple of more times, and most recently, it was at the time of the move to this campus. And again, it was a challenge. We all know that change is challenging, but that it has its good parts and it can have its very good parts. And I wrote a poem called Such Change, which is about change, but the form of the poem also embodies change. The kind of poem it is a villanelle, and that's a 19-line poem. It sounds complicated, but the first and third lines are repeated at regular intervals throughout the poem, and it ends with a couplet that is the first and third lines. So there is change in the poem, but there's the constant returning of certain lines. And I dedicate it to Meg again. Such change. Change is the order of the day. Time passes, nothing stays the same. In vain, we order things to stay the way they were. We loved the way each knew its place, each knew its name, and yet the order of the day is change. Hold still, hold fast, we pray. A part of us would like to claim the power to order things to stay, while knowing they will not obey and should not. If it ever came to that, if there did come a day when such change ceased, we'd lose the play of all in us that makes us aim beyond ourselves. We'd stop and stay inert. So we have learned to say and mean it, nothing stays the same, and change, the order of the day, ensures the worth of things that stay. Thank you, Meg.
I'm nervous. And I tell my public speaking students at Shipley not to be nervous, to take a deep breath, and to speak from your heart. That's the easy part tonight, because I'm here to pay tribute to an angel. And some of you probably are thinking, what is this guy doing up there? This is the third year. I'm making a career out of this, going to reunions. I mean, from Bishop White to singing last year, Memories, which is what tonight's song was all about. And that's what it is all about, isn't it? It's memories for all of us. Now, I never answered the phone when any of the people called from any of the many schools that I attended, because I left Episcopal in the 8th grade, went to St. George's, flunked out of there, and barely got out of Avon Old Farms. But my heart has always been at Shipley, because it's really where the spiritual foundation began with me, because I struggled at Episcopal. Yeah, what did I say? Oh, I said Shipley? Oh, my God. Forgive me. There you go. Thank you, dear. So when,
Sam's the speech teacher at Shipley.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't have him here.
Yeah, whenever the phone would ring and my various schools would call up soliciting, I would find some excuse to get off the phone really quickly. Now, thanks to Meg Hollinger, I've changed my will. And I've left money to Episcopal Academy because I realized that this is really where I belong. And you, my dear, were the one who awakened that passion in me and a remembrance that allowed me to reconnect with so many old friends of mine that I hadn't seen for many years, because I've been gone forever, as you know. And you and I started out together. You were a hoofer, and I was a Broadway kind of guy, and did a musical that I'm going to dedicate to you in a minute, a song from. But first of all, I wanted to read one of just many, many, many emails that I and a lot of my classmates in the class of 60, I was in 60 and 61 because I flunked 2nd grade. So anyway, this is just one of many, and they're all just as eloquent as this and as heartfelt. Dearest Meg, you have been such an inspiration to all of us, not only in your words and attention to details of alumni weekends, but especially in the sheer witness of your life. Your courage, I didn't even write this, and your courage, dedication, enthusiasm, graciousness, faithfulness, and wonderful humor. These qualities are full embodiment of an Episcopal Academy profile. I am so sorry that I didn't get a chance to dance with you at your 50th and at our 50th, and I shall always regret that, but I did get a chance to give you a big hug, and I do so again long distance. And now, Sam Chu, I'm the director, and you go over and give her a big hug for me, please. God bless you, dear Meg. Reverend Sammy Walker. So, yeah, that's from Sammy. So anyway, you know, Meg is, you're a connector. There are connectors in the world. And you and your dear husband, what a wonderful couple. And thank you so much for connecting me with the beauty of this school and all that it embodies. Now, if I can get through this without being too emotional, I did a play, I did the National Company of Maine many years ago. And in 1968, I sang this song in the National Company, and I just wanted to sing one verse dedicating it to you with your husband's indulgence, because it's a very personal song. And I'm embarrassed to do this now after the former headmaster singing so eloquently. I didn't know he was going to sing, but anyway, this is for you. You're my best girl, and nothing you do is wrong. I'm proud you belong to me. And if a day is rough for me, having you there's enough for me. And if someday another girl comes along, it won't take her long to see that I'll still be found just hanging around, my best girl.